Let me ask you something right now. If I told you that you could expect buildings to be burned to the ground and people's livelihoods ruined, all because I didn't get a chicken nugget Happy Meal, would you call me a psychopath or would you call me a strong, independent black woman on the rise? Because nowadays, I can't tell which one is which. I know that this Derek Chauvin trial is going on, and I know everyone's got their opinions. I know everybody got their hot takes, and I know everyone's disagreeing with each other because different opinions mean jack shit these days. But I think we can all come to one understanding. Is it that if Derek Chauvin doesn't get convicted of murder, hell is going to break loose. There are people ready to raise hell in the streets if they don't get the outcome that they wanted. And whether if that's the right outcome or the wrong outcome, I'm not a part of the jury. I'm not a deciding factor. I have no decision-making skills in this process. All I know is I'm sitting just like the rest of everyone waiting for the outcome. But for some reason, there are people who are ready to admit that, hey, if we don't get the outcome that we want, hell is going to break loose and we're not going to shy away from it because this is the problem in America. So the proper response is to burn everything to the ground, become a nuisance, become criminals, become arsonists, and act as if, yes, we are doing the right thing by publicly getting on camera and saying we are going to do these things. BLM activist says buildings will be burned if Chauvin isn't convicted of murder. Maya Eklund, a professional model signed with IMG Worldwide and a Black Lives Matter activist, publicly warned on social media not to be surprised by violent protests if Derek Chauvin isn't convicted of murdering George Floyd. Chauvin is currently on trial for the murder of Floyd in Minneapolis, a trial which is surrounded by controversy. According to the Daily Wire, Eklund said in a now deleted video, if George Floyd's murderer is not sentenced, just know that all hell is gonna break loose. Don't be surprised when buildings are on fire. Just saying.
If George Floyd's murderer is not sentenced, just know that all hell is gonna break loose. Don't be surprised when buildings are on fire. Just saying.
I don't know why someone would incriminate themselves like this. Why would you go to the effort of getting on your platform with a bunch of followers, with a huge amount of influence that you could possibly have, and say that you can expect a violent act to occur if you don't get the outcome that you want? Mind you, this person is not a part of the jury. This person has no influence on what goes on in this court case. This is a spectator just like the rest of us. This individual knows nothing more than the details that they got from CNN, and that means that they know everything nowadays because people like Don Lemon are always telling the truth whatsoever, and they never tell lies ever because black people can't be racist, nor can they ever tell lies. And if you believe otherwise, guess what? You're a part of the problem because you're a conservative evildoer who probably was in Washington, D.C. But to sit here and announce that, yeah, bad things are going to happen if we don't get what we want, and you should be thankful or you should be cautious or you shouldn't even be surprised if something like this happens, because it's what's always going to happen when we don't get our way, especially when the evidence could possibly prove otherwise. Yeah, we still want the outcome that we want because we're a bunch of sissified weirdos that think just because we spend our time watching a 15-second clip or a 8-minute video that's not even the full process of what happened, we know exactly what's going to take place. And again, I don't know what the outcome is going to be. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm in support of it, I'm against it, but I can tell you this. It is a dumb idea for anybody to get on a camera, to be on a phone, to be on a laptop, to be on a video, a podcast, a Skype call, whatever, and saying that people need to expect violent acts to occur if they don't get what they want. Because guess what happens? When those violent acts come, guess who they're going to look at first? The dumb motherfuckers who got on camera and started telling people, yeah, expect this to happen because you didn't give us what we wanted. You didn't give us that outcome that was going to make us feel good in this one instance. And I understand police brutality is a thing. I'm not going to act like it's not. I understand that racism is a thing. I understand that police officers abuse their power in situations all the time. And I understand that people lose their lives unjustly because motherfucking police officers are fucking stupid. I agree with you that those things happen. But to sit here and act as if every single time it's a one-to-one one. And if it goes to trial, you should expect that the black person is the innocent one and the cop is the bad one. You're not gonna win that every single time. And for you, some Black Lives Matter activists, to advocate that, yeah, violence is gonna occur because we didn't get what we wanted, that's a brain dead move. Because when this shit hits the fan, they're gonna be looking at you as the person who is fanning the flames of all of this violence. But, you know, maybe that's the white man who looms in my ass crack telling me that, hey, you need to shut your mouth and let all of these black people do their thing. But in the meantime, subscribe to the channel. I hope everyone's ready, just in case. Board up your windows, board up your walls, because I feel like either way, hell is gonna break loose. Goodbye.